Alright, with this video we're going to look at adding, subtracting fractions like fractions, and what it means for having a fraction that is taken away from another one. As you can see on the bottom, the second fraction is bigger than the first one. Do we still run our integer rules we've learned from earlier or not? Okay, so let's check it out. This is color coded for a reason. We have numerators. Doesn't matter what they are at this point, because that is where we're adding. Our main focus when we first see these problems is the denominators. Adding and subtracting fractions, the denominators have to be the same. The denominator is how many pieces makes one whole. The numerator is how many pieces out of that whole that you have. These are all partial numbers, same as decimals and such. Okay. With this video, let's check out the very basic step. Let's look at the top problem. 1/3 plus 2/3. Our denominators are the same. They're both yellow for a reason, because I wanted to show the similarity between them, that they are the same. So all we're going to do is add straight across, and we're going to drag these all the way over. So the denominator is not changing here. Okay, so it's going to be a 3. Where I add 1 plus 2 is 3. I wanted to go with the simple number here. Yes, that equals 1 whole, because 3 pieces out of 3 is 1. Just going to leave that there for now. We're not going to reduce it. You can, that's fine. Let's take a look at the subtraction problem. Our integer rules still apply. You have a 1/3, and let's box this out, and a negative 2/3. Okay, so the second addend or subtrahend here is bigger than the first, so it is going to be a negative. So we're going to go ahead and do our math here. It's going to be a negative 1/3. The key with adding and subtracting fractions is the denominators must be the same. Okay, so if they are not the same, say we have 1/4 plus 1/3. Let's change this up real quick. And let's go with our 1/3 and our 1/4. Okay, so we're going to add these together. They're not the same here. These two numbers are not the same. We need them to be the same. How do we make them the same? We want to find the lowest common multiple between these two numbers. It's going to be 12, just for the sake of speeding this up, but you want to make sure, it doesn't matter what number you have. Say it's a 9 and a 4, you need to find the lowest common. You can just multiply them together if you want to. You can take it and go 3 times 4 and 4 times 3 and get it. That's fine. If you guys don't understand or can't see something smaller, that's fine. You'll just have to reduce later on. For this instance, that is the lowest common multiple, so we want to multiply this times 4 times 4. Whatever you do to the bottom, you must do to the top. Otherwise, it's not going to be even. It will not be the same number. You want to create an equivalent fraction. If you just multiply the bottom by 3 or by 4, you will not get an equivalent fraction. Then it will be 1/12, and that will not equal 1/3. Okay, so on this side, times 3 times 3, that's going to leave us with 4/12 plus our 3/12. They are now going to be the same. Okay, so that's going to equal out. Again, we just add the top 7 and keep the bottom 12, just like that. Okay, subtraction is the same thing, same process, use the same numbers. Okay, it's the same idea, same concept here. Times 4 times 4. Let's make that red so we know that's not a part of it. Then we have our 4/12 minus this is actually supposed to be 3/12. Okay, and we get 1/12. Adding and subtracting like fractions and unlike fractions. Integer rules apply, so if you have a negative, it will be a negative with that. This is non-mixed numbers. Mixed numbers will be our next video.